Obviously not the feeling you guys wanted, but in your assessment, what happened with Colorado? Obviously a team that came out with a lot going for them. What maybe were you guys lacking here in the series?
I really don't know. It's a bit too raw to dissect too much. If we knew, I feel like we would have tried to implement it a bit earlier. It's hard to speak from a macro point of view. For a micro, I didn't create enough. Work ethic, when something like this happens, you try to figure out what went wrong, and first thing you go, was the effort there? I think it was. Was the will and care? I think it was, but for my sake, the execution offensively just wasn't there. And if I'm going to be out there with our first line and given opportunities in the offensive zone, I need to create. And the fact that I didn't do that is definitely one of the reasons why we didn't win, because yeah, sure, we needed to defend, especially in the first game a bit more, but usually the best way to defend is with good offense, and I didn't create enough of that.
This group's been really tight all year, and obviously it's disappointing, but when you look back at the year as a whole, is it, how will you remember it? What are some of the things that stand out to you about the group?
I think we had a number of unforeseen circumstances that came up throughout the year, and I thought we did a good job dealing with it. I thought the ability of a lot of guys to deal with, like I mentioned, the adversity was very commendable. It shows a lot about the character as players, but as people. The other thing I'm going to take away is, as your career goes on, there's certain friendships and relationships you keep forever, and certain ones you don't, not because you dislike the person, but just because values, priorities, things like that. But with this team, I can honestly count on potentially more than one hand guys who I plan on staying in touch with for a long, long time. And again, that's something that I cherish in my life, and that's what I'm going to try to take away from this.